show you a 7-minute video which talks about what the government is doing on the skilling in the last 2.5 years. It also has some metrics. It also has voices from industry, academia, who have experienced the collaboration and service. So this will be more generic level, and then I will spend the next 8 minutes to focus on the theme of today's discussion, manufacturing excellence, and I'll give specific examples on pharma, biotechnology, electronics and aerospace. So that's what we will do. So we'll start with this video, which is for about to students both in technology and soft skill areas. Technology skilling is done primarily in collaboration with leading technology partners, wherein they deliver training and skilling and certification directly at the campuses. As an example, Samsung and TASK got together in a partnership to create and deliver the Tizen operating system course.
We had an extraordinary training event on database fundamentals by TASK. At the end of the training session, there was a certification exam. Students who cleared this exam got a certificate, and this certificate carries a large amount of weightage in the resume of a student.
Soft skilling is enabled by industry relevant professionals. They could be retired people or people who take sabbatical and come to teach students.
Through the soft skills program, that presentation skills fear has been gone from me, like how to groom myself and how to be perfect for a corporate sector, and I am learned from it, from my mistakes which I was doing earlier in my presentation during an interview.
We also work with organizations to deliver faculty development programs in emerging areas like aerospace and IT.
This course, we have learned all advanced concepts. We came back to the college and we have delivered the same concepts which we have learned in the FDP. Whenever we have an issue, we used to approach a task people who have given a tremendous continuous support for us, which helped a lot to make our students to meet the industry standards.
ISB, in partnership with TASK, has launched a technology entrepreneurship program primarily to motivate students and generate interest among engineering students in the area of entrepreneurship. We have also taken care to design this program in such a way that they get academic inputs from ISB and industry mentoring from the corporates around ISB.
Engineering degree teaches you the safety and design factors of it. TEP teaches the human factor about how the product should be designed for human interaction and how they should be human friendly and market friendly. We can learn about the distribution networks, retail networks, and what's required in transporting the product and stuff. My entrepreneurial drive was actually increased by TEP. So we came out with our first product, the air conditioned helmet. It's a hard hat with AC.
In one initiative called the Finishing School, unemployed youth are mobilized and trained on hard and soft skills and then given back to industry for their recruitment drives. In fact, this was one of our Chief Minister's key thought-provoking areas with regards to what are we doing for unemployed youth.
When I was completing my graduation, I am looking for a job. Some of my friends told me that regarding finishing school. In the span of 2 months, they taught me different subjects and in the form of online case studies and assessments and projects. They gave me guest lectures from the real-time industry. Recently, I got a job.
In another initiative, we've also helped organizations to expand their reach by mobilizing resources for them from rural districts in Telangana.
So we hire people with 10th standard, 12th standard, associates in nursing medicine qualification, as well as GNMs, graduates in nursing medicine. While many of them come with the qualification, what is often missing is their experience, and we work with TASK and the students to make sure that we fill that gap so that before we deploy them on the ground, we are able to get them equipped to deal with the realities.
Corporates have been partnering with TASK in multiple ways.
Conducting campus interviews is a tedious task in itself, but TASK really helped ease that worry out by managing the entire logistics and coordinating with these candidates on a day-to-day basis. We are extremely happy with the quality of students that we've been able to hire.
What excited us to partner with TASK is the kind of enthusiasm and interest TASK has, and as well as their involvement not only for providing a platform but also for providing design suggestions and as well as on the ground support.
Recognition for prior learning is another partnership between TASC, the respective sector skill council and industry, wherein existing employees working in organizations are assessed and certified in line with the National Skill Qualification Framework.
We from Innogent have nominated 40 employees for this program in phase 1 and all of them have qualified. I feel very happy and delighted to have such program for our employees. It enhances the skill and knowledge levels of employees and gives tremendous confidence in executing their jobs.
The Telangana Academy of Skills and Knowledge for the last 2 years has done exemplary service for creating the skilled manpower which is ready to hit the ground running right from day one.
The TASC team constantly works to understand the industry skill needs and deliver programs in line with these needs with an objective of bridging the skill gap between skill demands and skill supply.
Telangana today has become the go-to destination for investors, also because of the fact that an institution like TASC exists, which takes care of the skill manpower requirement of the companies. When they decide to set shop in Telangana, they get high qualified, well-skilled manpower, and all that is done completely at the cost of the government.
And TASC is not only for IT. We're making a start with IT. Eventually it will expand to all trades, all branches, and then eventually we hope that it will become this big institution which will ensure that our students are directly working with them in a big way.
A video which is called the Recognition for Prior Learning. To put it very simply, there are several youth across the country who just pass 10th or inter or ITA Polytechnic and they just go and join a company. In the company, over a period of 3 to 5 years, they either become expert in running a machine or a process. But what happens as they gain their expertise, they still 10th fail or inter fail. So this initiative called Recognition of Prior Learning actually helps bring in such employees who are currently employed in industries, put them through a certification and give them a qualification that is equivalent and recognized by Government of India under the National Skill Qualification Framework. In fact, even today's theme of ITA Polytechnic, we are talking about vocational education. The Government of India has actually set up this National Skill Qualification Framework, which is a competency based model. In fact, you would have heard both the speakers earlier, Uma and Prabhakar, talking about the rigor in which a training or a skilling is imparted, and the essence of that is part of this National Skill Qualification Framework. Basically, there are 10 levels into which various qualifications are mapped into, and it measures the knowledge, skill and aptitude level for each job. Now, actually what happens by this, you have vocational education, you have general education. This actually helps mobility between these two. So, if there are 10 levels, at any point of time, people with skill qualification and vocational and normal education can come together. In fact, there are over 100 countries that are developing this National Skill Qualification Framework. And those who go through this and have a skill certification will have much higher chances of migrating beyond India. So, RPL, we started last year, we started with 5 companies, 2 large size, 2 mid size and 1 small scale. And we did this in collaboration with CII, the Life Sciences Sector Skill Corporation and TASC. There were about 200 plus employees working in pharma and biotech companies who went through this. And the success rate or the certification rate has been at 89%, and it's created a lot of positive vibes within workmen in various industries. So that's one specific example, and if there are other industries willing to partner with us in any one of the sectors, please feel free to reach out to us. The second example is specifically with regard to an electronics industry. Again, to put it very simple, there was an industry based in Rangareddy district that got a big order to manufacture LED bulbs from the government of India. And they were in a high pressure to start a product line, but they were not finding skilled manpower. So they approached the government of Telangana, and luckily Telangana had taken over this electronic system design and manufacture scheme by government of India, and we had skilled about 3,000 plus youth, of which about 30-35 were certified and available. We sent about 500 of these certified students to that company, and they picked up 60, and in a span of 20 days they started a production line and they created these LED bulbs. The third and the last example in the aerospace sector. Before I go there, I just want to also give you a sense of how much the government of India is investing in these skills. If you just take the electronic sector, there is an outlay of about 500 crores spread over 4 years for skilling in the electronics, solar, computer, medical electronics space, and a target of skilling about 3.28 lakh youth. States, there were 7 states that were given initial targets of about 3,000 youth per month. So even if you see, we haven't reached half of that numbers as of now. Now, please understand that the government of India is now very serious. It's not just about skilling, it's about how many of them are getting quality skilling and how many of them are getting certified. So for want of more information on the certification, after 2 years, they've just put the skilling numbers on hold to ensure that quality comes up. These national skill qualification frameworks, very, very integral, and is going to become mandatory end of December 2018. So any education institute, any vocational institute will have to align their courses into any one of these 1 to 10 levels. Okay, now moving on to the last example of aerospace. Telangana is being touted to be one of the sunrise hubs for aerospace. And the biggest challenge faced with this industry is the ability for faculty and students to get exposure on the latest technologies, machines in the aerospace sector. We have collaborated with several organizations in and around Hyderabad, Honeywell Technologies, CFM, Pratt & Whitney, and these organizations have been very kind to come forward and allow lecturers, faculty members and students to actually go and visit their center of excellences, seeing their simulators. They also come forward in helping set up curriculum, helping doing faculty development programs. That way, able to build that skill levels in this sector. So I think with these 3 examples, I will end my thoughts with a statement that the government in Telangana is very proactive and is willing to help, and we have seen a lot of success when we work together with industry, government and academia. And we look forward to helping small, medium and mid-size organizations with whatever we can do in the skill space. Thank you.